Okay, let's get this. Let's get this thing going. Let's see if I can share it today. See if that's actually going to happen. I bet you it doesn't. And then we'll get this show started. It's going to give me the same error message, I bet you. Okay, wait a minute. Hey, it's actually working now. All right, now I got to share this around the internet. Then we'll get to the Unnecessary Sports Show real fast. I got somebody that messaged me here. I'm pretty sure wants me to be on their show that I forgot about. Well, I thought we weren't going to do the show that they said we were going to do. And missed a call from, oh boy. Yeah, I feel bad about that. Why am I getting this message? I don't know. I'll deal with that in a minute. All right, let's share this to a couple more places real fast, and then we'll get to the Necessary Sports Show. Dolores Colbert is here. Hello, Dolores. Nice to see you. We'll get this thing cranking here any second, I swear to you. Hey, should I play a dumb song? Oh, I didn't open up my music. Hold on. We'll open up a dumb song here in a second. I'll post this around the internet a few places. We got that Monday Night Football game going on. Packers up right now, 21-3. It's like it's not that competitive. Not that fun. It would be great if it was more exciting sports, wouldn't it? But it's not. I knew it wasn't going to be. I have no idea why I'm doing this show tonight. There's no real sports. There's not even a sports thing I can make fun of tonight. Well, that's not altogether true. I'm sure I'll find something. Okay, let's see. Do I want to share this to any groups? Let's see if there's any groups I can share this to. Oh, how about let's share it to this group. And I'll share it to another group. I'm not even sharing it to Twitter. Rosie Williams is here. Better get them beans on, Rosie. Morty Vicker is also here. How you doing, Morty? Nice to see you. Let's see here. Okay. Lady wearing a 49ers mask. She's got like a LeMay mask on. Stylish, but annoying at the same time. Let's see here. Group. Let's share it to a group. I'll just share it to a couple groups. How's everybody's sports going tonight? Not a lot of sports going on. Let's see. Internet. I'll share it there. That'll be great. Let's see here. I got to attend to that other thing. This show is not going to last very long. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Let's see here. We're going to go to this group, which is a YouTube group. YouTube creators, live Vimeo, streaming, Roku channels. Hey, did I tell you my other show's going to be on Roku? Starting next week. Oh, yeah. Cutting Edge TV Network. Hey, they asked. Not like I went out searching for them or nothing. Okay, two more. I'm not doing the Twitter posting tonight. I don't have the patience. Unless you guys have a hashtag. If I see a hashtag in the room, I'll do the Twitter posting. And then we'll get to the show. Hey, Rosie says, congratulations. Thank you, Rosie. Now you can look at this ugly face on your television. Well, I guess you always could, but it's just a lot easier now. Let me see here. Podcast creators, speakers, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll get into the sports. I don't see any hashtags, so we're not doing a Twitter posting. And I'm going to go down here. We're going to get to my fabulous sports stuff. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm starving. Let's see here. That's cool. All right, you know what, this right here, whoops. There, that means I'm about to do the show. Hey, let's get this hip-hop party started, shall we? Anytime now. Start playing music. Come on. Oh, spinning circle of death. That's great. Hold on a minute. Here we go. Any second now. Sure.
Tom was a white male. Always invited to the cookout.
Always.
But he spit straight hot fire. Okay? You said who is the best commentator on Facebook Live? Tom.
Because he spit hot fire.
Because he spit hot fire.
Yo, he even got the last name. And let me tell you this too. Tom potato salad good.
No raisins.
It ain't bland. No raisins. No raisins.
I don't care who owned the Chiefs. I hate it here. Make me sick. My allergy. Puke every time. Blah, like that. Puke.
You're a goalie. You're supposed to be like that.
Somebody owned the Chiefs. We go to Florida and I get the money.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Let me answer that. You know, that is an absolute crock of You know, you people in the news media, all of you, dwell on some negative piece of like that. And I don't know how Steve feels about it, but it just and you don't have to bleep one single word of this.
It doesn't work for me. I gotta have more cowbell.
Jim Harbaugh of the Indianapolis Colts, and I recommend that you wear a helmet while listening to the show.
Hey, happy Thursday night and welcome to Tom Gulley's Unnecessary Sports Show. You know, this is even more unnecessary than normal because there's no sports going on. Now, there is a Thursday night football game. We got Packers 21, 49ers 3, 13-17 left in the third quarter, and it's 1st and 10 on the Green Bay 0-yard line. That's what it says. You know, Packers have the ball. All righty, we're going to cover that. We got a couple sports stories of the day that we got in our chat room here. Morty Vicker says, after falling asleep early last night, I was up all morning watching tech ball. Pretty crazy. It's like ping pong with small soccer ball and no hands. It's like hacky sack ball, right? If I find one damn raisin, Tom, so help me God. Well, you won't find any raisin in my potato salad. It ain't bland. No raisins. No raisins. Been a while. Missed a couple nights. Had other things going on. I might have another thing going on right after this thing. I just got a message here. I missed a call from somebody. You know what? You want me to call the person I missed a call from? That'd be a great way to open the Unnecessary Sports Show tonight. Or you want me to go through the stories first? What has happened to the 49ers this year, says Dolores Colbert. Oh, Dolores, I'm glad you asked me that because I've thought a lot about it. And I've looked at the numbers. I've ran through the box scores. And they suck. That's what's happened. They suck. No, Garoppolo got hurt. He's probably still playing hurt. And Kittle got hurt. He's still playing hurt. And neither of them are playing. So, Rosie says COVID. I love Tom's mystery calls. Well, all right. Good as this music is, let's just put a stop to it. Yeah, somebody called me on Facebook. I'll call her back. Let me see here. Flynn Beck called me. Let's just give her a call. She called, I think, last night after she said he said, we had a long conversation. I think she wanted me to be on a thing. And then I think at the end of the conversation, we decided I wasn't going to be on the thing. That's the way I understood it. But maybe I didn't understand her right. I'm not the greatest in, the stuff that I do when I do things. But I thought that was pretty much the thing. But so we'll just get a hold of Flynn right now. Let's call her back. I have the technology to do things of this nature. I'm going to call her back. Here we go. Any second now. You see these NFL coaches, their play sheet looks like a menu from Waffle House.
Are you there?
I am Flynn Beck, and you're actually on my sports show right now that I was doing when I saw that you had called me. I thought we decided you weren't going to do the thing tonight.
Oh, I know we did, but I just wanted to call anyway. So what's happening in your show?
Well, I just started it, and I said, Flynn Beck just called me, and I am honor bound to return her call. And I know that my listeners of my sports show are anxious to learn about the Flynn Beck experience.
Oh, wow. Well, I just texted that I think that Trump was on Ambien earlier today because he wants to be Sleepy Dawn.
Now, don't come up with little nicknames for people like that. That's not nice.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's not. I don't, But how are things in Southern California right now?
Oh, I'm watching. You know me. I'm very interested in how this outcome is gonna come down. When do you think we're gonna find out who wins?
Right after they get done counting.
Are we tomorrow?
Hard to say.
But you're pretty savvy. You're very smart.
You just kind of gotta wait. These things take time. There's no. If I could say noon tomorrow, I'd say it, but it's just gonna happen in its own time. Hey, are you a sports girl? Do you like sports?
Yes.
What's your big sport? What's your number one sport?
Pro basketball.
Yeah, and you are, if I'm not mistaken, are you Lakers? You're Clippers, I think.
Clippers. Well, because of Doc Rivers, but now that's gone away.
He's in Philadelphia now.
I know, for the 76ers.
Yes. Did you play any sports, or were you a cheerleader?
Cheerleader.
Oh man, what was your number one cheer?
Get that ball, get that ball, get that ball.
That is the most generic cheer I've ever heard. Yeah. I never noticed the cheerleaders when I was playing.
No.
I never felt like they had an effect on the game.
No.
No.
Really? So we were just there we were just eye candy.
They had an effect on me when I was not playing.
How are things going there for you in Utah?
They're fine. I just have to do this sports show, and then I have a very important phone call to return. And that's about it. There's nothing really happens in Utah. Other than Utah State is losing to Nevada right now by a lot of points. Yeah, I only say that because somebody from Utah might be listening. I'm trying to rub it in. Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
So you're talking about sports tonight, huh? I bet you are people tuning in? Are they following the election, or what do you find?
Well, no, there's people in my chat room right now. There's a bunch of them. One of them said, "I love Tom's mystery calls." Rosie Williams is laughing her whatever off. Love Flynn's calls. Yeah, we've got some Flynn Beck fans in the room.
We do?
Yeah, Morty Vickers in here. He's been on She Said, He Said's chat room. Dolores Colbert says, "No sports here either tonight, Tom." Hey, Flynn, somebody says. Yeah. Morty says, "Have to." How dare you, Tom? I'm sorry. Sorry, Morty. Sorry. But, yes. So, yeah, Flynn, you just got an underground of fans that you were unaware you had.
Apparently. I just wanted to pick your brain. So, when you're off the radio, I want to pick your brilliant brain on something I received on Facebook later on.
Okay. I'll give you a quick call. I have a call to return, but I can talk to you right before that.
Perfect.
I'll look forward to it.
Calling back, and thank you for listening to the Tom Gulley Show.
This is actually called Tom Gulley's Unnecessary Sports Show.
Oh, I like that. Well, do you want to talk about anything basketball? Do you want to talk about if people like the kind of political statement?
No.
Making?
No. Who's your favorite basketball player of all time?
Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant.
Okay. You? Larry Bird.
Wow.
I'm from Indiana.
Why are you? Well, did you? Mayor Pete's from Indiana.
Yes, he is from South Bend. I've been to South Bend many, 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 many times.
Oh, I think that's so cool. You're from there.
Yeah. He's an anomaly for Indiana. Because you know who else is from Indiana?
Who?
Mike Pence.
Oh yeah, I think I might have heard that.
Yeah, and I knew. And Mike Pence used to have a radio show that was in the same broadcasting complex as one of my radio shows. And I have to say, Mike Pence, the guy that I knew, was funny, and he was totally different than the guy that I see now.
Wow.
He also had normal colored hair at the time.
Okay. Yeah, because he's all gray now.
Yeah, he had like brown hair at the time. But he was a scream. He was hilariously funny.
Was he a cool dude?
When I didn't listen to his show, I just knew him in person. And I looked forward to like there'd be a gathering or something. Mike Pence would be there. I'd beeline over to him because I knew he was going to be really funny.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a funny guy.
That's good. I didn't know that.
Yep. You learn something new every day, don't you?
Absolutely, especially hanging around you. You're a smart one.
No, not really. If I was smart,
Very.
I wouldn't be here. But I'll give you a call just a little later on, and I'll get through this sports.
Okay, thanks. Thank you for calling from the Unnecessary Sports Show.
All right, thank you. You have a good evening.
Thank you for calling.
Bye. That was Flynn Beck. She's a girl. Okay. Let's see here. Have to? How dare you, Tom? Rosie says Lakers. Rosie says you like Kobe, but a Clippers fan. Well, Kobe transcended team affiliation. Morty said no politics, Tom. Well, we dabbled. It won't happen again, trust me. Anyway, what do we got here? Looks like, hold on. My device has to refresh because it's got that not so fresh feeling right now. 8:42 left in the third quarter. Second and goal on the San Francisco 9-yard line. The Packers still up 21-3. I'm predicting 28-3 very soon. All right, let's get into some of these stories of the day. The Raiders have been fined and lost a draft pick over virus rules. Raiders just don't seem to care about the coronavirus rules. The NFL's fined Las Vegas Raiders $500,000. Coach John Gruden, $150,000, and also took a 2021 sixth-round pick from the team for repeated COVID-19 protocol violations in late October. Sources told ESPN's Dan Graziano that the penalties, which were first reported by Yahoo Sports, are the result of brazen and repeated. Let me do this. Brazen and repeated. Good use of brazen. I was once chastised for brazenly tarrying in the stag line at a dance. Violation of protocols that continued in spite of warnings. More severe penalties could result if there are further violations, sources said. Excuse me. Among the violations by the team since the season began that led to the new punishments, Gruden has not consistently worn a mask. And, well, if I looked like he did, I'd wear a mask all the time. Players attended a large indoor gathering at a public charity event in late September. Team allowed an unauthorized person into its locker room after a Monday night win against New Orleans. The hefty punishment comes only days after the league enhanced its safety guidelines. The Raiders and Gruden were previously fined by the NFL in September for breaking the rules. Gruden was fined $100,000 and the Raiders $250,000 because Gruden was not consistently wearing his mask on the sideline for a Monday night game against the Saints. So there you are. Don't break the rules. Dolores Colbert says, go Raiders. Go Raiders. Let's see. Drew Brees has been held back in practice for the second day. Rockets have a new head coach and GM, and he says the goal remains to win the NBA title. Good luck with that. Let's see. Morty Vickers says, Miss Colbert, you're too much. I can see you getting thrown out of even a Raiders game for being extra. Dolores Colbert says, you have to understand the mindset of the Raiders organization. I don't know if that's a mindset or an attitude. The difference being that mindset contains the word mine. After an offseason of major change for the Houston Rockets, the team's new general manager and head coach emphasized that the franchise's primary goal remains the same: chase a championship with a roster that features perennial MVP candidate James Harden. Well, who else you got? Oh, Paul Silas. Come on. For the last 8 years or so, our goal has been to win a championship because we had James Harden, general manager Raphael Stone, a longtime Rockets front office employee, promoted after Daryl Morey's resignation, said during a virtual news conference to introduce recently hired new coach, Steven Silas. About to say, Paul Silas is like, are you kidding me? Silas, 47, whose 2 decades of experience as an NBA assistant coach include most recently serving as Rick Carlisle's offensive coordinator with the Dallas Mavericks. There we go. That's just not gonna. It's just not gonna happen, man. It's just not gonna happen. I think it's kind of funny. Now that I think of it, it's kind of funny. Let's see if there's any other NFL news very, very quickly. Bears are going to resume activities after a positive COVID test. Oh, boy. And the Chiefs' defensive tackle, Chris Jones, is now on the reserve COVID-19 list. They've even got a name for it. That's great. That is great. They got a new name for it even. Talk that the 49ers might move on from Jimmy Garoppolo. Let me see if I've got anything here. Arsenal won today, 4-1, by the way. Let's see here. Oh, Diego Maradona is in the hospital. Let's see if he's got COVID. No, post-op treatment. He had a subdural hematoma removed. That's my least favorite kind of hematoma, is the subdural. Dolores Colbert said they never threw me out of the Oakland Alameda Coliseum. Well, the night's young, Dolores. Major League Soccer. Let's see if anything's going on in Major League Soccer. There's one more match day in Major League Soccer. I don't really. There's nothing major going on because in the Western Conference, all the playoff spots have been locked down, and in the Eastern Conference, there's only 2 left. Chicago Fire will be taking on NYCFC in Chicago. Gimme NYCFC. Columbus Crew taking on Atlanta United in Columbus. God, I hate to pick the Columbus Crew, but I'm gonna. DC United and Montreal Impact. Give me Montreal in DC. Inter Miami taking on FC Cincinnati in the battle of 2 super sucky teams. I'll take the home team, Inter Miami. New York Red Bulls against Toronto FC. I'll have the Toronto FC. Orlando City SC against Nashville. Nashville made the playoffs as an expansion team, but I'll still take Orlando at home. Philadelphia Union against New England Revolution. By the way, some of these teams may be playing really bad second lineups since they've already qualified, but I'll take Philadelphia. Houston Dynamo and Colorado Rapids. Rapids made the playoffs, but I will never pick the Colorado Rapids. Give me Houston at home. LAFC and Portland Timbers. I will have LAFC. Yeah, give me LAFC. Portland's always tough. They have Diego Valeri, and you got Diego Valeri, you're always in business. Minnesota United and FC Dallas. I'll take Minnesota in Minnesota. Real Salt Lake against Sporting Kansas City. Sporting Kansas City for me. Seattle Sounders and San Jose Earthquakes. That game was rescheduled from the past weekend. I'll have Seattle. And Vancouver Whitecaps taking on the eliminated from the playoffs LA Galaxy. I'll have Vancouver, please. Vancouver. Anybody want me to check out anything else? Of course, tomorrow night we'll be doing our NFL picks. You got your Major League Soccer a little early. A little bit early. Yeah. Dolores, you may get kicked out. There's always that next goal in life, says Morty Vicker. Says new stadium, new challenge, right? Rosie Williams says that's one for the bucket list. Yeah, getting kicked out of a stadium in Vegas. Dolores, you might have to do a little extra work. Dolores says, I'm too much fun, Morty. Morty says, no truer words have been said, Ms. Colbert. There we go. Anybody want me to cover anything else? Because I told you at the start there wasn't going to be much sports here. We're lucky we got Flynn Beck on the phone. We're darn lucky we got Flynn Beck on the phone. Little special guest. Guess she was a cheerleader. How did I guess? I guess because she knows how to do a circle clap. Utah State now losing to Nevada 34-9. Colorado State beating Wyoming 24-14. That's about all the college sports you're going to hear from me. College football, anyway. There's a golf tournament. Golf isn't a sport. It's a hobby or a pastime. We do have some Europa League scores here. Leicester beating Braga 4-0. Arsenal, of course, beating Molde 4-1. Sparta took down Celtic. Thomas Hamilton's team 4-1. The French team Lille beating Inter Milan 3-0. That's an upset. Hoffenheim beating Liberec 5-0. There's blowouts all over the place. And Villarreal beating Mac Tel Aviv. Harry Kane scoring his 200th goal for Tottenham, apparently, in that match, like anybody cares. Let's see here. Well, we're going to have UFC tomorrow. We'll do UFC tomorrow. We will not be covering Dana White's Contender Series. Sorry. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Yeah, there's a great article there, Bill Connolly. Serie A leader Milan is one of Europe's hottest teams. Yeah, and they got blown out today in the Europa League. Badly, I says. It'd be 3-0. There we go. Morty Vicker says, Tyson fight, go. What are your thoughts on the Tyson fight coming up? Rosie says, when is the Tyson fight? Are you talking about Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr.? That thing? Who cares? Roy Jones Jr. is like really good. I mean, he was the best pound-for-pound boxer in boxing in his heyday, but it ain't his heyday. I don't know which of those dudes is older. I think they might be around the same age. Why don't we check, shall we? Let me look into that a little. I remember when it came out, I was like, I don't know that that's a great fight for Mike Tyson. It seems to me like one of those fights where if Tyson can't get to him early, he's just going to get peppered. But I don't know how these guys are training or how any of that stuff's gonna add up. Roy Jones Jr. has probably put on a little weight too, but Mike's not a big heavyweight. You know. Well, Floyd Mayweather had to weigh in on that. Thanks, Floyd. I think Floyd probably beat both of them at this point in the game. Tito Ortiz got elected to city council. I can't imagine what Dana White said about that. Oh, let's see. Are they going to give these guys ages? No, they're not. I'm going to have to look them up individually. I wonder what the Vegas line is on that. Let's see what the Vegas line is on that. On Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson. Let's see. Odds. Here we go. I'll find you the odds on that. Tyson is a favorite. You bet $350 to make a $100 profit to beat Jones. It's billed as an exhibition. Both fighters wear gloves with extra padding. See, that's why I don't think that's. I don't think that's good for Mike Tyson. Roy Jones is a much better boxer. 54-year-old Mike Tyson. And let me see if I can find Roy Jones. Jones is 51 and has won 12 of his last 13 fights against unknown competition. His one lone loss was a fourth-round knockout against Enzo Maccarinelli. I'll have the Enzo Maccarinelli, please. Yes, a side order of linguine. All right, let's see here. Tyson will just bite another ear, says Dolores Colbert. Morty Vicker says, wow, Tom, watching Tyson now in his camp, I'm actually scared for Jones Jr., just saying. Rosie said, I mean, he'll nibble on the ear. Morty says, definitely just a nibble.
You gotta say it like Tyson. Hey, Mike Tyson, if he gets to him early and fights him, he's gonna beat him up.
That's my best Mike Tyson. I don't have a Roy Jones Jr. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight's Unnecessary Sports Show. We'll be here again tomorrow. We'll do all of our predictions. We hope you're here too. And I guess the only thing we have left to say tonight is good night and good sports.